tell me when we're on.
We're on.
Okay, we're back. This is episode 2 in our little California quick episode thing. And if you saw the last one, we talked about Dave's money pit.
There it is.
And now I bugged Dave to do this, and he was good about it. We got out his entire lifetime wheel collection, which give him a little tiny peek.
I'm not going to show it yet.
Get a little peek.
Just a peek. That's a teaser. That's a teaser.
But the first thing I want to talk to you about, since it's here, it'd be dumb not to do it. This car is something really special because it is absolutely a time capsule from 1977.
1977 was when the construction.
Yeah, so this is a 1950
54.
oval.
Basically, the body's a 54.
Yeah, so this is a 1954 oval window, chop top.
4-inch chop.
Yep, so there's been 4 inches sectioned out of the roof. And this car was built at a garage that Dave worked at
Right.
through a good chunk of the 70s, right?
I did.
And the interesting thing about this is Dave owned this car, sold it to the guy that had the car built by the people that you worked for.
Right. Well, yes, in a manner.
All right, and then you have to guide on this.
Well,
So then the guy showed the car in Southern California for what?
he showed it 2 years.
2 years,
78, 79.
right?
Then he sold it in 1980.
Right, got some notoriety in the 2 years it was shown, right?
Yeah, it got first in its category. The 2 shows it was shown in, it got first place.
Was in Hot VWs.
It was in Hot VWs August 79, I believe.
And then got sold away to,
Went to Virginia and disappeared.
but did anybody know it was in Virginia? or-
No, it just went away. All we knew was a guy from back east bought it.
Okay, so the car, as far as Dave knew, got sold, and somebody like back east bought the car, and it was just gone from view for how many
It
years?
disappeared for exactly 40 years.
So 40 years later,
40 years.
40 years.
I wondered 40 years. I wondered what junkyard this car was sitting in the entire time.
yeah, isn't that
I
wild?
just figured it was, crashed or whatever.
That's like the 54 convertible for me. It's like
Yes.
40 years I thought about that car. I
That's a
thought
trip,
about
40
mine
years.
monthly, at least, sometimes weekly. Did you think about this car
All the
often?
time. In fact, when I bought it, a dear friend of mine, I called him up and I go, Glenn, I got a question for you. Yeah? I go, if I told you I just scored a car out of my past that was one that I wanted more than anything, that I've talked about more than anything over all these years, which one would it be? And he goes, oh, the brown chop. He didn't even have to think about it.
That's
Everybody knew how weird I was about this car.
Right. So anyway, so a really quick
Yeah,
about
it's
this
great.
car, and this car deserves hours, but we're gonna do a really quick walk around. So the stuff about this car that are really important things, or the stuff that is important about the car, is first of all the wheels. So people that are watching that know sort of like the cow look VW scene and old empty stuff, is that these are real Speedball BRMs that are made out of magnesium, and the set that were on the car when you guys built the car, correct?
Yes, they were on the car.
So when Dave bought the car, it had another set of reproduction wheels on it, but these came with it, correct?
Yes, he had some Sprint Stars, some MP Sprint Stars, modern wheels.
Yeah.
He didn't like these because he goes, they're magnesium, and he's like, I like shiny wheels. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, we got the car deal secured. Now let's talk about the BRMs.
Interesting.
So
that was
we
like a
worked out a
little
side
side deal with the car.
it
to
was.
get the wheels.
So I gave him cash and bought him a set of wheels of his choice out of the empty catalog to make him happy. Yep.
That's awesome.
And these are magnesium.
Yeah,
It-
and magnesium, and the wheels that were on the car that were bolted on the
Right.
car.
So in
77.
our world of like hot VWs or custom VWs, this is the ultimate wheel.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the fact that these are the wheels that were on the car,
Yep.
that makes them
Like the original.
irreplaceable.
Right.
They're what the car was built with in 70, whatever.
One thing I want to jump in with too, I didn't realize until after, this car was originally built for Dave Wright
Mhm.
from Keep On Buggin' right here.
So this-
Still the original.
This was their club in the 70s, Southern California. And
Right there.
It's etched in the glass, SoCal.
So Dave Wright was the president of Keep On Buggin'. He wanted to, we were a bunch of Long Beach guys, and he wanted to build a really show-stopping car out of Long Beach because all the really cool stuff was Orange County and all of that. When I sold the body, just the body, I thought Dave was only going to use the roof. And I didn't realize until after I had bought the car and I was talking to Dave. Dave lives in Colorado now. I was talking to Dave and he's like, yeah, no, we used your body. And I'm like, so
Oh,
it's
you
my
didn't
old
even
car?
realize
I
that
didn't
was the
even
whole
know,
car.
man.
It's
I'm
awesome.
like, oh my gosh. So it was like the gift just kept giving.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So,
So
yeah.
Melissa, while we're doing
Sure.
the talk on this car, let's just quick take a peek inside.
Mhm.
It's so period perfect. And it is unchanged, correct, Dave?
Unchanged. That's the interior that went in it.
And
In 77?
I'm not trying to ask questions.
No,
you
go
can't
ahead.
remember.
Ask away.
Like what shop did the interior?
Bonnaroos did the interior. I can't remember who did the paint because I'm having a brain fade right now. Frank's Glass did the door glass and Bellflower.
And other things that are in it.
Right.
The shifter is it's rare. It's a
Original Dino.
dinosaur.
Right. In fact, the shifter, the gauges, the steering wheel, the seats, the oil cooler, and a few other miscellaneous parts. I remember driving when I worked at H&H Motors as I was assembling this car, because after Dave had the body work done, Mike Dennis, who had Dennis the Menace race car, he's the one that did the initial chop. And then Dave ended up picking the car up and taking it to somebody and having them finish the body work and paint.
Okay.
So I remember driving over to Auto House in Long Beach and picking up all that stuff, the shifter and all that
on
stuff.
the blister packs, brand new.
Yeah, I picked it all up.
What would people pay for that brand new on a blister pack?
It's pretty crazy.
$2,000. So
So-
can we show the engine real quick?
Yeah, it's open.
Is that engine as well as everything else is original to the build, correct?
Oh yeah.
Not original to a 50.
No, it's original, but original in how we built the car.
And again, for the people that are fans of built VW engines and stuff like that, the setup is a 20 is it 21?
Yeah, it's a 78 millimeter by 90.5.
That
So
was my guess.
yeah, right. Of course, Melissa.
And what camshaft though, Melissa?
Right. So it's basically a 2-liter.
Yes, it's
So-
a 2-liter, and it's got, the cool thing is it's got 40
40
Solex,
P11
40
Solexes.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
40 millimeter Solexes, which again, people that care know they're rare, and people that don't care, they're dual cars.
This is the only glimpse of anything that I have into my childhood. Okay, when I was a teenager. So when I was a teenager, I was all into wrapping wires around screwdrivers and making them curly cute, right?
You
So
know
look
this
here,
must be showing you.
this
So
right here.
I did the same stuff, Dave.
Yeah, I did
So
that.
to make your wiring tricked out, you would
Yep.
wrap it around a screwdriver and make it curly cues.
So that's not a redo. That's what
how
I
it was.
did. That's what the 18-year-old did. Dave did right
That's
there, and
awesome.
I left it. I also put the sticker on here, the H&H Motors sticker, which Dave Wright wasn't exactly happy about.
But he let it go.
He let it, yeah. And it's still on there and stuff. So that engine is exactly the way it was when I installed it.
And
back
again,
in
the
77,
paint
78.
for the age of it is remarkable.
Oh yeah, it's a Ford Ginger Glow acrylic. It's a Ford color, and it's got a whole bunch of clear on it.
So pretty.
Yes,
It actually it's held up pretty well for all
Who
the,
painted it?
you know. Oh no, this is, everything is the way you see it that was done in the 70s, in like 77,
And did
78.
you actually paint it or not?
I didn't, no,
You didn't.
no, he sent it out and had it painted. Hmm.
pretty neat.
And everything, oh yeah,
So that is
The Dream Machine.
Yeah.
that's what Hot VWs called it. I was real fortunate to be invited to the Grand National Roadster Show in 22, whenever they had it there in whatever building that was, Building 9, when they had all
Yep.
the Volkswagens there.
Yeah, the
Really
normal
fortunate to
main
be a
feature
part of
building.
that. Yep. And also Hot VWs did another, featured it in their cow look in February of 2022, which
So-
is kind of fun.
If you think of it, go look at it. It's a cool issue, and it's
Yeah.
a cool feature on the car. The
It's
pictures are-
fun. It makes me smile.
Yeah, exactly.
What's
What's that?
That's when it was at Howard, right?
Oh no! So another part of
No, like-
so another part of this story is before.
Yeah.
So Dave and I knew each other from online,
Right.
the old Cowlook.
Yeah, I met him online.
So the old Cowlook forum. So we knew each other for years there, but had never met in person. And then my friend Mike, that lives in Hershey, and we're in Bloomsburg, PA. Mike, that lives in Hershey, had met Dave out here,
We met online too originally,
and then
Mike and I.
met up out west, right?
Right, he came out here for
And,
bug in
and
and
so
stuff.
then when Dave contacted the seller of the car as a buyer, he needed somebody to store the car on delivery until he could drive from the West Coast to come get it.
Right.
And my friend Mike Hauer in Hershey said, okay, you can bring it to my house. So then Mike calls me and says, this really famous car is in my garage. So I took a day off from work and went down and was sitting in this car and checking it out before I ever met Dave in
That's
person.
so rad. We got
Yeah.
a couple pictures of you sitting in it
Oh, yeah.
somewhere.
It was
Yeah,
great.
that
It
was so
great.
cool.
Yep.
was awesome.
All right, so you ready for phase 2 of this video? Is
Oh my gosh, where do we start?
well, so let's just do this. So just a quick intro, like for custom VW guys and custom car people in general, and Dave, you could agree or disagree, wheels are a gigantic part of like the scene and what you think about when you're building a car.
They make the car.
Right. So
Absolutely.
with that said, then different collectors in the scene end up collecting different things. I like steering wheels.
I like road wheels.
Yeah, and Dave's thing has been wheels. And so this collection probably spans in one form or another or led to this collection, right?
Oh yeah.
So
Yep.
how far back did you give us a scan of this
I guess
file?
the furthest one back in this collection is probably 20 years ago.
Okay,
you know,
so
the
this is
furthest
20
wheels.
years of active collecting, but I guarantee you swapped stuff and worked your way up to this
Oh,
collection.
yeah. No, a while back I brought out all my wheels, not all, but I brought out the stuff I wanted to sell. Like I got to get rid of this stuff. So I probably had a pile half this big that I sold, but it was just things that I knew I couldn't live without.
Yep.
I kept the best.
And then as
know?
you age and move through your hobby, you start to be interested in certain things.
Right, exactly.
And then you start to hone in on what you're collecting, and you sort of end up with
This
this.
is kind of I feel kind of weird looking at all this, but I guess it is what it is.
So are you cool with if I just generally talk about it and then we'll just...
Yeah, run through them, whatever you want to do.
So in Volkswagen world, and the people that are subscribers and people that watch already know that the main thing that I do, and again, even in Dave's world, we both like all kinds of cars, but we're Volkswagen guys. And so in Volkswagen world, this is pretty much the stable of wheels that people tend to choose from.
Yep.
Traditional, right?
Yep, I agree. Very traditional.
And so that if you're going to go really traditional, you go right to this section here and a few down there that are Porsche factory wheels that we then repurpose on Beetles.
Right.
And so if you look down this row, these would all be considered earlies.
Right. These are all 901 earlies right here.
So earlies means help me out.
Numbers like pre-68, I think.
Pre-1968. And again, early wheels are sought after because the lips are deep. So
Right.
that lip right there compared to that lip right there is probably an inch difference.
Right. And if you go one more, it's even deeper. Those
On
are
the
the
deep
sixes
sixes.
there.
Yeah. So that's an attractive thing on a set of Fuchs wheels. That doesn't mean the other Fuchs wheels aren't awesome, because in general, Fuchs wheels are awesome because, first of all, I think they're one of the best wheel designs ever.
Couldn't agree more.
Agree or, yeah.
They make a trash trailer look good.
Yes. And so the design of the wheel, I think, is probably one of the best designs ever. I don't even know what Porsche employee did it. And then the other thing that's amazing is these wheels are true forged one-piece wheels.
That's right.
So these wheels, can you start out with a puck of aluminum about that big and about, I think, a little over an inch thick, and it's struck in a forge press. I think it's 5 different forging strikes that make it into a full wheel, including front and back. So if you can imagine that whole shape, all the depth, all the insets, and all the offsets come from one little puck. And again, for that reason, they're really light and really strong.
And of course, that wheel you have in your hand means a lot to me because I got that pair of wheels along with some other stuff out here from you guys.
Yeah.
So that's why I left a little note on it because
so
my heart. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, he has
Yeah,
the
there
note you
is.
wrote him when we sent the wheels out to him.
Oh, yeah.
So in Volkswagen world and then among friends, and I'm pretty sure everybody does it, but I know our gang of people definitely do, is we trade out parts as we build cars and become interested in certain things to collect.
You're correct.
And
We do.
yeah. But you I guess you knew I had these, and I told you I was probably gonna let them go. All right.
That's how it worked out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And then even like these on the end, I had some extra 48s that I traded a guy for, some 48 IDAs and some other stuff. So.
Yep. And these are a set of deep sixes that have been polished.
Yeah, deep 6, full polish, non-heart. So I think it's like a 68
Okay, so we
wheel.
show them the heart thing.
Yeah. Jump
Where's
in.
the heart? So here's a heart.
Yeah, these are deep 6 non-heart. We'll show you a heart wheel.
So in Fuchs world, a wheel that's called a heart. Can you get an angle on it, Melissa? See the heart? Around the valve stem, it dips, and
Shaped
that
like a
forms a
heart.
heart. The early wheels that are hearts are the earliest of the early wheels.
Right.
And then later wheels, the valve stem, there's no heart. Useless Fuchs backs.
Yep.
And the ones
Say that fast.
Yeah, and the ones with a heart are 901 part number, and the ones without a heart are 911 part number.
Right.
For whatever it's worth.
Yep.
And then
You love numbers.
while we're on Porsche wheels, let's kind of should we do the whole Porsche wheel thing?
Yeah, yeah. We'll do it.
So then this row here is all factory Fuchs.
Yep.
And these are late part
sixes are those two.
So these are sixes.
Right. Late
And
sixes.
those are 14s by 5.5.
14, 5.5. Right.
And all these would be 68 and up.
Well, up to a certain point, yeah, because these are still fairly early.
14s were earlier than the sixes, right?
I think so, yeah.
And again,
Because I think I've seen the 14s.
No deep lip and no heart.
I know that they had the 14s on 912Es, maybe 914 sixes. I mean, I don't know all the ins and outs. I just know cool when I see
So
it.
this is a 15-inch diameter, 14-inch diameter.
Exactly.
And again, super light, super strong, and in my world, very desirable. And then this set of wheels here is another style of Porsche wheel. I don't know if I should say, it's not the rarest because I get my head chopped off.
No, but they're pretty
super
rare.
rare because they're made out of magnesium. So in wheel world, in collector wheel world, magnesium versus aluminum, magnesium is very desirable. Agreed?
Correct. Yep.
And magnesium is very desirable for two reasons. It's lighter than aluminum, and it's more delicate than aluminum, which means most of the wheels that are magnesium have gone off to the junkyard.
Yeah, yeah. Got cracked, broke, end up in a fire, whatever.
So this is a original Porsche set of the I don't
Gas
know,
burners.
Yeah, I don't know the factory term for them. They
Right.
probably have a name, but our crowd calls them gas burners
Right.
because they look like a gas burner from a stove.
Fun fact on these, so I got them from Scott Pascuma, DKP.
Are these Mark Herbert's wheels?
These were, yes, these
All right,
belong
so-
to Mark Herbert. Yeah. Go
Anybody
ahead.
watching that knows the Mark Herbert thing, he was a staple of the Southern California fast VW scene, and a big influence on me in the early days, because all I wanted to do is make a fast Volkswagen on the East Coast. And on the message board that I met Dave on, Mark, who rest in peace isn't with us anymore,
Right.
sort of adopted me and basically instructed me how to build my car.
Which is cool.
And guess what I did? I built it exactly like you said it,
Yep.
and guess what it does? Exactly what he said
Does
it
what
would
it's
do.
supposed
Yeah.
to. Yep.
So I get actually a little bit of a lump in my throat when I see these because I really
They're pretty special.
appreciated him. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And I love that those were his.
Yep, me too.
All right, so let's go. Should we go really?
Well, might as well go right here real quick,
All
since
right,
you're here.
go ahead. Well, you got to talk these up because this is my week.
That I can think of.
So, Dave, do you mind explaining these? Because again, I know these are Porsche pattern, but they're
Right.
American Racing.
Right. American Racing, the
Different
torque
brand.
thrust,
Yeah.
also known as a crowfoot because of the shape. The
Of
shape
spoke.
of the
Can
spoke.
you see, Melissa? So the spoke. This is what they would consider a crowfoot spoke.
Right, a crowfoot, torque thrust,
and
D
that's
spoke.
compared right. And then the deeper D spokes.
Correct. Well, I guess we'll work our way back.
Okay.
These particular ones are 15.7s
And aluminum, correct?
in aluminum, 5-on-130 pattern, which is basically a 911 Porsche pattern.
So these would have been track wheels for a 911.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep. Made in
But
USA
also,
by American Racing.
Again, super desirable in the VW world.
Oh yeah. Well, who doesn't like a spoke wheel?
I'm not gonna lie, I'd take them.
Right.
And then we have 4 of the crow's foot in GM pattern.
Right. Those are
Then
GM.
again, we put them out because they came out of our world again. So our friend Alan had those, and I hemmed and hawed about buying those for 2 years or 3 years.
Yep.
And Dave came to town and was like, I could use those for my Corvette. And I said, oh my gosh, Alan, sell them to Dave so I don't have to think about it anymore.
Well, dude, I had no idea I was going to find those wheels. In
So we gotta get
town.
my-
It's like coming home with a set of those.
So Dave's
Okay.
on vacation in the East Coast and ends up coming home with a nice rare set of wheels.
It was
And
fun.
they're fairly rare, right?
Oh, they're very rare.
Okay.
Yeah, rare and desirable, and they're the right offset for my vet. They're not too wide. They're meant to fit that car.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so we'll stay on American Racings for
yeah, might as well finish up with these.
excuse me. So Melissa, if you come here, these are also American Racing, these 3, and you can see a difference right away in color, which means we're talking magnesium.
Right. I got those from my friend Dale Snoke, and I don't know what the history is, but I know they came off of a I don't know. There was a guy that had a Speedster. that he used to
Track
race
car,
a lot. It was
yeah.
a track car. Yeah, that's why they're a little rough. I
Yeah.
mean, the one's real nice, and the other two.
So
they
a
need
lot of
little
times,
love.
magnesium wheels, people are, pretty much know they're going to get them repaired,
Right.
and they're all repairable.
Oh, they are. They are. These are some
Weld
of
a
the
machine.
these three right here are very rare. Out of all of this, these are some of the most rare.
And again, on these, this is what spoke is this? Also
The
deep,
D-spoke, yeah,
but
the
they're
torque
deep-
thrust.
But
Mhm.
they're deeper, right? Like that's a crow's foot, and these are more.
Yeah,
offset.
they're a little. They got a little deeper offset.
Can you see the-
like a more negative
Can
offset.
you see the difference in the shape of the spoke
Right.
compared to the?
To fit on the Porsche, you know.
So it makes the offset of the wheel go further inside the car.
Yep.
I always like that about them.
Oh yeah, that'll make a fine hose reel someday.
Yeah. After you finish fantasizing about building a car around them. So
And do they turn darker because the older they are or not?
magnesium's super reactive to the environment,
It is.
and it oxidizes if you even think about them, they oxidize. So.
Yep.
Sometimes we see them and they're like really dark and stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, if any wheel, I have 2 magnesium wheels in my life, and I want them dark because
Right.
that's what magnesium wheels do.
You can polish them and stay on them, and nothing. A polished magnesium wheel has its own look. Polished mag.
Yeah,
has
they're
a
almost
special,
shinier than polished aluminum.
Yeah, they're interesting, but boy, it's a commitment.
So while we're on magnesium, we had the magnesium gas burners. These right here, Melissa.
Those look like a stove. I just learned
Yep.
that to make.
And then we have the magnesium
Torque thrust,
American Racing torque thrust.
right?
And then we have the ultimate,
Oh yeah,
and I
These.
really do believe the ultimate in the VW world is the magnesium BRM, which is
Yep.
the same thing that are on the Dream Machine. And this is a really nice set of them.
they are. Yep.
And
I was
again,
fortunate to get a set that hadn't been raced on and stuff. I
Right.
mean, those
Yep.
were pretty nice.
they were on a street car its whole life.
They were.
At least since 70, whatever.
They've been on a streetcar from
Mhm.
since new.
And these are only available until what, 70 something?
Oh no, I think they were only available like 66 and 67.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, it's a super
earlier,
short-
So,
yeah,
so
I
there
don't-
weren't many of them made.
Again, for being the caretaker of 9 BRMs, I'm
Mhm.
probably the worst guy
Mm-hmm.
because I can't tell you all the.
Oh, the
you know,
ins
they
and outs.
made 935 of them, but I can tell you this: I know they're rare. I always wanted them when I was a kid,
Yes.
and it's never too late to have a happy childhood.
And so,
So-
an interesting thing about collectible wheels and stuff. So these are reproduction BRMs.
Correct.
These are aluminum, right? So here's how insane we collectors are or enthusiasts are. If you look close at this, Melissa, can you show people the circular casting marks? Do they show up on the camera?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Those are put there on purpose on the reproductions because they're there on the real one.
Right, to mimic the real one.
That-
These were made by Flat 4. These are
you
like
can
the
see them on
really
this real
nice.
one. Go ahead. I'll bring it over.
Okay.
Oops.
Just a hose reel. It's gonna have a garden hose wrapped around it tomorrow.
So look at the Flat 4, and these are this is a Japanese company that makes really great products. And then look at the real BRM. Can you
Right.
catch the casting marks?
That's a good example there. You can see them pretty well.
So believe it or not, that makes the Flat 4 reproduction BRMs more valuable than others.
True. They're the only ones that did
Mhm.
it, that took the time to do it.
They put the casting marks there on purpose.
It'll be around.
Yeah, aren't enthusiasts great?
Actually, it looks, yeah. I don't know if I can tell the difference. They look a little bit more like rustic looking.
Well, they are because
yeah.
again, it's
Yeah.
magnesium.
But
So,
if I had to be like
oh yeah, I mean you can tell. And MP now has started to even make an aluminum wheel that's close to this color
They did. Yeah. Yep, they're coming around.
because people like it.
You guys know this stuff. That's why I want to
Yeah, you know.
Years of doing nothing
Being
good
that guy.
besides
Really
looking
doing
magazines,
know.
talking to other people like us, talking
Right.
to each other all the time. So let's do these next because they're kind of unique and we just said empty, right?
Mm-hmm. The 5 spokes.
So when we first got all these out here, and seriously, thanks Dave for letting us do this because it's a big hassle, but it's cool.
You're welcome. Feels a little weird. I wish I'd have just collected like spoons or
But
something.
Is
but
it kind of also nice just to see your collection all in one spot?
it's a trip
'Cause
to see it all here.
like my cars and stuff, these are squirreled away in all little
Oh
nooks
yeah,
and crannies.
here, there, all you know. Yeah.
So this set of wheels is the only set of aluminum MPs.
Original 2-piece 5 spokes.
So these are What era, Dave?
Those are the first gen from the early 60s. Again, I'm so bad.
So the two with the dark gray center from the early 60s.
Right, that's first
and
gen.
then these 4 beautiful restored wheels are second.
Are the second gen, but still original 2-piece MPs. They made some improvements on these that made them less prone to cracking.
Yeah, a lot of the early wheels cracked. That's all there is to it.
That pair there happens to be pretty nice.
Play.
But yes.
You can see what Dave says, 2-piece.
Wait, can that come apart as you're going down the road?
Only if you take the bolts off.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Or if they crack and fall in half.
On a bad day, they might come apart.
But for me, as a young guy, that's why I'm showing this. I'd have loved to see how a 2-piece MP looked.
What's the point of that now?
Manufacturing.
That's how they were built. Yeah, 2-piece.
Yeah. They're sand cast, so it's probably easier to make them in 2 pieces than one.
And from a young age, everybody has like the wheel they identify with.
Yeah.
I started out with Porsche nipple caps and things like that. But the wheel I always identified with, I wanted the BRM, but could never really land a set. I wanted something more than the Porsche Chromies with nipples.
Right.
I identified with the 5-spoke.
So in your
they
youth,
were my
were
wheel.
you able to get a real set when you were young?
Oh yeah, I've had a few sets of those when I was younger, off and on.
Yeah, so you ran around Southern California instead of these, right?
I did.
That's
I did.
cool.
A couple of different cars.
Yep.
And then again, never too late to have a happy
And then
childhood.
again, boo-hoo me in Pennsylvania. I never saw a real set till I started. Well, he lived it. I mean, he lived it.
It was fun.
He worked at the shops. He did the work. He was the guy.
It was fun.
For me, so like I never got to see a set of these until I started into collector world.
Gotcha.
They just weren't around.
Yeah.
Nobody in Pennsylvania had them on their car.
What's really funny about these, as rare as these wheels are, original caps are even more rare.
Yeah,
because they're plastic and you got a wheel standing up and it tips over and it breaks. And, you know.
And when these come up for sale, it's like fire on the internet.
Oh yeah.
There was just an NOS set that was like, I know you already. I didn't even talk to you about it.
A bunch of money. Yep.
All right, so that's MP, reproduction MP, real MP, but magnesium.
Yep.
I got it right.
Yep. And then the 16s, late
model. Oh yeah, so that's a whole other layer of Fuchs.
Yeah, just late model.
This is like a crash course.
It is, but again, people that are into it are going to enjoy it because they just like seeing the wheels. I would like to watch it. Right. And people that don't know, maybe they care. If not, the fast forward button's there. Yeah. But anyway, this is also the same idea of wheels, fully forged Porsche Fuchs, but they're 16-inch diameter instead of 15.
Which you would have found on like a 911 SC or something like that, early 80s, whatever, late 70s,
and again,
early 80s.
I don't know how other people feel. I got a thing for them. I like them on certain cars. Yeah,
I like all alloys.
And you know what I like about them? They're super light.
Yep. Light, strong, and you can still get good deals on 16s.
Yep. Yeah, 16s and 14s you can still kind of get.
You can. 15-inch,
even flat 6s anymore are really hard
starting
to
come up, yeah.
And they bring money. All right, the last row.
Yep.
So this row is funny because I said to Melissa, I think there's roughly 60 wheels here.
There's a few, yeah.
10% of them are from us.
Yeah, that's so fun. Yep.
And so this set of wheels was a set of wheels that was in my life for quite a while.
These 4 right here.
These are Centerline racing wheels, and Centerline made wheels for all brands. And they're great because they're light. They're 2-piece, another 2-piece wheel, Melissa. Can you see what holds them together? The rivets hold them together.
Right. That's why we love her.
The empties are held together by both, but these are riveted. I wasn't trying to be smart, but
yeah, you were.
Kind of. So and Centerlines are a wheel I like a lot, and I sat on these for a long time.
Yeah, you did.
And just never used them on any cars I was building. And then finally, it was like I gotta let them go to somebody that's going to use them. So.
Well, again, I haven't used them yet, but I sure love them.
Interesting point. But anyway, so I let them go because I thought I'm going to sit on these forever and they're going to waste. And again, I told Dave, I think about getting rid of my Centerlines. And he's like, I got a buyer. So
I know a guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, stuff goes back and forth between us all the time. So these 4 wheels are well known on the East Coast because they came off of a well-known East Coast drag car that was also a street car. So it was on a red 65 that back in the day was a fast car, ran in the 11s, normally aspirated, no nitrous or anything, in a full weight 65 Beetle. So unfortunately, I was the guy that disassembled that car and made it into a street car. And these wheels were on it. And the thing about these wheels that's awesome is they were barely ever used. The guy that built the car bought them new And they were on that car, and that car lived an easy life other than drag racing.
That's the biggest reason I love them. Their history,
Yeah.
and that they're still a factory finish. I don't think they've even had a Brillo pad or anything on them.
I felt bad washing with a rag.
Right.
They
exactly.
have no rub marks. A lot of times you get center lines and they've been repolished.
Like most all my other ones.
This is a good example of a repolished center line. So if you look at the ones that Dave got from me, and I'm pretty sure the camera picks it up, nice satiny.
Satin finish.
And then there's nothing against these wheels, but look at this wheel that has been polished more.
And
or this wheel that's just older and hasn't had an easy life.
Right. Well, they were always used a lot on drag cars, off-road cars. The poor center lines took a beating.
Yeah, these guys probably were on a Baja or something.
Probably, and that's where they're headed to, on a Baja.
And another cool thing about that set of wheels is they're called bubble offset. So the part that mounts to the hub sticks out further forward. So if you look at this wheel, it's flat here. And then look at one of the skinny wheels that I sold Dave. I think they're offset an inch or 3/4 of an inch.
Something like that.
See that lump? That lump moves the wheel in further and away from the fender lip. So these are called bubbles.
Right. Off-road guys used them on when they had a widened front end. The street guys liked them because you could have a stock beam, tuck those 135s in.
Yeah, these work really well for a lowered car and stuff.
They did.
So that is wheels of Hot VW 101. And just thinking, kind of one of the things I like when I get wheels, and your wheels are like really clean, by the way. But I like wheels like this that have history. I like seeing a wheel like this.
Oh yeah.
And being like, okay.
Look at that. That came out of Texas.
Yes, so
it was just
yellow.
a single came out of Texas.
So either some player had a yellow 911 that was going full tilt.
Yep.
Or somebody built a Beetle that was called the Electric Banana or something like that. But you know what I mean? I love like making a story up in my head about what it is.
No, it's all about the story, right?
Yeah. So this, I made that up.
We call it the EB.
So anyway, that's wheels. That's Dave. That's the money pit. It's the dream machine.
Oh yeah, there it is.
This is Melissa and I's California romping around. I super appreciate everybody checking in. I hope you enjoyed Dave's collection. It was super nice of him to we drug out a lot of wheels. And I love seeing them all on spot, so thank you.
Now we got to put them away, but I got to say it was fun to see them together.
It
awesome. It reminds me of my problem. My problem's obvious.
I love your problem.
Gosh.
Keep it up. And anyway, thanks for watching. If you made it this far in the video, you watched the whole thing. That's amazing. Please come back, subscribe, like, share, do everything. I really love doing this. I love what Melissa does with me.
You guys are cool.
Love hanging out with Dave.
Love you
it's
too,
all
brother.
good.
Yep.
I'll catch you guys later.
Peace.
We'll see you in Pennsylvania. I promise I'll show you the Flying Bootsman next. So.
Yay!
Fabian stole a car.
There it is.
I attribute getting a leg up, actually getting that car because of Fabs. Because he messaged me at like 3:30 in the morning that the car was for sale. It had just come up for sale. So,
how crazy is that?
Oh man.
He just knew of it and knew that you had it?
He saw it on Marketplace.
Gosh, that's crazy.
I got Fabs driving.